tragic end of the Yadava clan. A divine plan unfolds. The Yadavas, the mighty clan of divine blessings. But fate had something else in store. Their end was not brought by an enemy nor by great war. Instead, it was their own pride, their own actions that led to their downfall. The curse that sealed their fate. One day, the young Yadava princess decided to play a prank on some visiting sages. Among them was Samba, Krishna's own son. Disguising himself as a pregnant woman, he approached the sages and mockingly asked, "O revered ones, can you tell me whether this woman will give birth to a boy or a girl?" The sages, insulted by their arrogance, saw through the deception with eyes burning with divine fury. They uttered a curse. "This child will not be a boy nor a girl, but an iron club, and that very club will bring about the destruction of your entire clan." The Yadavas laughed at first, but soon their laughter turned into fear. The Iron Club and the Unstoppable Prophecy. Samba indeed gave birth to an iron club. Shocked and terrified, the Yadavas rushed to their king Ugrasena. In desperation, he ordered the club to be ground into powder and thrown into the sea. But fate had already been written. The powder, instead of vanishing, washed ashore. Over time, it grew into tall, strong reeds, Areca grass, unlike anything seen before. A small piece of the club, however, did not turn to dust. It was swallowed by a fish, and later a hunter named Jara found it. He unknowingly made it into an arrowhead, an arrow that would change history forever. In the Yadava civil war, a clan destroyed by its own hands. Years passed. Krishna knew the time for the prophecy to unfold had arrived. The Yadavas gathered at Prabhasa, a holy pilgrimage site, but what started was a peaceful gathering turned into their doom. Under the influence of their karma, their minds darkened with arrogance. A simple argument turned into insults, insults turned into rage, and rage turned into madness. Blinded by fury, they reached for weapons, but there were none. And then they saw the Ereka grass. Without knowing its cursed origin, they pulled the reeds from the ground and swung them like clubs. To their horror, the simple grass turned as hard as iron in their hands. What followed was a massacre. Brothers killed brothers, fathers struck down sons, friends turned into enemies. The once great Yadava clan was no more. Krishna watched in silence. He knew this was destiny. The last moments of Krishna and Balrama. With the Yadavas gone, Balrama, unable to bear the grief, sat down in deep meditation. Slowly, a great white serpent emerged from his mouth and disappeared into the ocean. It was none other than Ananta Shesha, the divine serpent, leaving his earthly form behind. Krishna, knowing his own time had come, walked into the forest. He sat beneath a tree, his eyes filled with wisdom, yet a deep calm in his heart. At that moment, the hunter Jara far away saw movement among the trees. He mistook Krishna's foot for a deer. Without hesitation, he released his arrow, the very same arrow made from the last remnant of the cursed club. It struck Krishna's foot. A divine smile crossed his lips. Jara rushed forward, trembling with fear. He fell at Krishna's feet, begging for forgiveness, but Krishna, with a gentle gaze, blessed him instead. This was meant to happen, he said softly. You were only an instrument of fate. And with that, Krishna closed his eyes and left his mortal body, returning to his eternal abode, Vaikunta. The end of Dwaraka, the city lost to the ocean. With Krishna gone, the land itself mourned. The great city of Dwaraka, the jewel of the sea, began to sink. The waves rose, swallowing its golden palaces, its grand temples, until nothing remained but the endless ocean. And thus the Yadava dynasty came to an end. Not by war, not by an external enemy, but by destiny, by their own hands, and by the will of time itself. A powerful reminder that no matter how great, no matter how mighty, pride and arrogance can bring even the strongest to their fall.